Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all straight like this. I've been doing digital marketing about 9 months. I've been doing Instagram about a couple months. I've been doing YouTube for about a couple months. I've been doing just marketing on multiple platforms, okay? What I can say that I learned, that when people say content creation is the new 9 to 5, that's like, don't let that like go over your head, because to some people that may be common sense, to other people it just may not be. But like, that's not really true. Content creation is the new 9 to 5. Like, but the only thing about content creation is just the new era. You know, it's the new money. It's the new digital era. Everything freaking digital. You know, so it's like, that's just the new thing. 9 to 5s is like the old traditional way where we got the boomers, the millennials, the older people that's probably in their like 80s and stuff. They're the ones who was into the 9 to 5, the whole going to college, the whole graduating, going to college, getting a 9 to 5, working until you graduate, working until you turn 65, retirement age. That's the traditional thing. The new thing is content creation, where everybody on the internet, is millions of people on the internet. People is making way more money faster than working by the hour. And one thing I want to say about working by the hour is, like, I remember, if you watch my video, I said how I realized the rat race, right? I remember when I was in 9th grade, I sat down with myself on a clean sheet of paper. I picked it out and I was like, all right, I'm finna plan my life. The only thing that I wanted to focus on was how can I travel and how can I make $1 million. Like, I didn't know where I wanted to work at, but I knew that I needed to have a lot of freaking money. So I sat down with myself, and at the time, like, one of the most highest paying 9 to 5 jobs is to be a doctor. So I do the math, and I'm like, okay, so if I go to college for this many years and I graduate and I go to school for this many years and I start making this much money, say I start making $50 an hour, how long will it take for me to reach $1 million? Like, that's the only thing I was worried about. Like, I ain't care about nothing else. I ain't care about what a job at, how long, none of that. But I knew I wanted to be able to make a lot of money fast. So the whole working a 9 to 5 and making like however much an hour, I was like, nah, that's gonna take a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? And so I started seeing everything on the internet, and that's just the path that I had chose for myself. And I'm understanding, like, when you work in a 9 to 5, the only time you working is when somebody else tell you to work. They tell you to work, they tell you what to wear, they tell you everything. Once you out of work, some people don't even think about work. Other people, they still thinking about work, and with content creation, it just allows you to like pick your own schedule, do things the way that you want to do, and one thing I do want to say is, some people gotta really, really understand the mental capacity that it takes to show up on social media, like, constantly, like every single day, because when this America, like, we automatically grew up, boom, we gotta go to school, we gotta go to we probably gotta go to church with our people, or we probably gotta go to where else we gotta go, the college. Like, it's certain places to our jobs, like it's certain places we have to show up there, and when it comes to us going to the gym, or when it comes to us doing something for ourselves, it's kind of like put on the back burner. And when everybody is going into this entrepreneurship, like content creation, it's making them have like all their time, and they putting everything else on the back burner, so it just takes you out of the passenger seat and it puts you in the driver's seat. And some people just not ready to drive. Some people don't want to drive. Some people really enjoy being on the passenger side. And it's like, what I'm trying to say is, it can be a lot. Like, you gotta really know what you're doing, how long you're going to be doing it, and what's your goal. Like, you have to have your plans written down so strategic, like a real business plan, so that you can be able to get to where you want to be. Because when you in a freaking system, like, boom, like I said, this is America. We automatically born into school. They got it written down what they want you to talk about, what they want you to say, how long you gonna be doing this, where you going at this time, where you going at this time. They got everything planned out for you. So it's kind of like you're just swifting, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm 19 and I graduated 2023. So I just had this same shift like everybody else be having. Like 1 minute it's just like you're doing what you're told. The next minute everybody else is doing what you told. Like, I'll do this at this time, I'll do this at this time. And it's like this fast thing, and it's like you gotta really be ready for that, you know? So if you're working in a 9-to-5 and you're wanting to get into content creation, you got to really be ready to take over your whole schedule. Because for some people, it's easier for them to have a time to show up and a time to leave. And for other people, it's easier for them to be in control of everything else. So it's like, ain't no need of saying one side is better than the other, especially for somebody else. Because everybody is so different. You know, some people, they don't know how to control all of their time. They don't know what to do with all this big baggage. Like, content creation is like an empire. Like, content creation is like this freaking Eiffel Tower that you're building. Some people, all you got to do is get them the tools, get them the piece of paper, they ready. Some people, they don't even need the piece of paper. They just need the tools. They gonna make the building how they want to make the building. And then other people like, nah, I ain't ready for that building. I still got to, you know what I'm saying? I still got to read a couple more books before I pick up the first things to get it. And some people like, I don't want to build that building. I'll just stay over here and these people building over here. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, entrepreneurship can be so freaking crazy because you really got to understand that you in the driver's seat. Like, you come up with your schedule. What time you go do your video? What time you go promote this? When you doing this? You know what I'm saying? How long? Like, everything has to be structured out. And I'm telling you, with social media and how many ideas and stuff that we can see, we can't consume everything. Like, yes, we're understanding in order for us to reach our financial goals, we got to get out of the traditional ways, you know? So we got to take ourselves out of the old stuff and put ourselves into something new. Because it's like, we see how everything else worked out for everybody else. And we see how everything else is working out for everybody else. So it's like, we're picking and choosing what we want to do. And make sure that you have your plan written down. Okay, whatever you think, you are right. I made a video about that. If you ain't watched it, go check it out. Okay, whatever you think, you are right. Okay, so if you think that you got this in the bag and that you want to make a plan to do this, then do it. But understand that if you work on something long enough and it's not working out, figure out how you can change it. You know, figure out ways as to how you can better it, because you are your own person. You your own boss. You your own employee. You ain't got nobody telling you what to do. This is all you. Like, you the actor, the director, and the side players. Like, you everything, you know? So it's like, make sure that you know exactly what you getting down to. Like, write it down, be specific, let it be known, like, okay, this what I'm doing, and I'm not letting up off of it. Okay, and tune in on what you doing. Yeah, if you said you focusing on one thing, don't see somebody else have success in something and then get discouraged on what you doing. So if you said you a dancer, don't be hating on somebody when they a violin player and you be like, oh man, I can dance and violin. You know what I'm saying? If you said you cutting hair, but you see somebody clothes brand and then you want to quit cutting hair so that you can do this. I thought you said you wanted to be the best barber, though. If you the best rapper and you see a football player just make millions off of that, you gonna put down your microphone because of this? You know, and it's like, so many ways that we can all get to it. And it's like, the only way for you to get to where you gotta be, you got to lock in on what you're doing. Like, if you making money, if you making money from content creation from like Instagram, don't quit Instagram one day when you see everybody making money on Bigo. When you go on, if you on Twitch, don't try to quit Twitch. if you see somebody else just went viral over here on Bigo, because there's so many apps, there's so many businesses, revenues, everything. You know, like people with the meme coins, like you got people who day trading. You got people who been day trading for years. Like they on their path. And then you got the meme coins, people who don't know how to trade, period. They just automatically coming in making millions. You got some day traders quitting what they did for years, getting on the meme coins. And it's like a matter of a balance. Like, make sure you knowing what you doing before you just hop off what you doing because you see somebody else. You know, it's so many revenues and it's so many, everything that we have, like, it's so much. And it's like, you have really just got to like stay so tuned on what it is that you want, that you don't let nobody like knock you off your grind. You don't let nobody knock you off your hustle. If you said you was doing real estate, wholesale real estate, don't be trying to stop that when you see somebody turbo business over here going good, because we have to build up things one at a time. As we go, we're going to be able to network with other people, you know, be able to do stuff. I be having to tell myself the same thing. Like, when it comes for you to like put your hands in different revenues and stuff, you gonna get to it, but you gotta start off strong and consistent with what you doing. If you said you doing YouTube, don't try to quit YouTube in a couple months when you see somebody meme coin pop out and you be like, nah, I'm gonna do this. And then when you see people going crazy from freaking buying all this land, you quit that and go do that. Like, we gotta have it. We gotta build everything up. We gotta build one thing up at a time, and eventually we'll have a empire, a building, you know, like a freaking city. Like, lawyers, people that be up at the top, like people that be the top teams, the top lawyers, the top freaking everything, the top estheticians, the top ball players, all them, they may be a team, they may all network together, but they once upon a time had to start off by themselves to lock in on them and their structure. Before they met their friends, before they went anywhere, they had to lock in with like what they was doing first before anything, you know. So that's one thing I do want to say. Like, make sure you locking in and don't let nobody get you off what you doing. You know, one person that I do want to say that inspired me so much is Peach McIntyre. And y'all can say what y'all want to say about her as far as like what she be having going on with her people, but that girl is building a freaking empire. Like, that shit is so fucking legendary. She going down in the history books, bitch. Like the history books, like how they wrote down like Rosa Parks and them, like those are people who made a significant change in the world, you know, because they had a lot of influence and they had a voice that they wanted to be heard. So then on top of that, hers is the same way. Her voice is about like what she doing, her folks and everything, but them people was consistent and like they kept showing up every single day to where they made sure that people had to see some of the stuff that they had to see, you know. So I'm not really comparing freaking who might have did what or who anybody is, but what I'm saying is these are people that done worked off their butts to let people know, hey, this is my voice. And when you think about this, you gonna think about them. Like, when you think about how you want to do this, they gonna inform you, be like, oh yeah, like, man, they showed up no matter who was talking about them. They spread some of their messages. Like, they said some of the stuff that they had to say. Like, they let that junk get off of their chest. You know what I'm saying? Like, they helped a lot of people on top of that. You know, and it's like, that's what everybody strives for with this content creation. It's a voice. Your face is your brand. Like, it is your voice and you get to use it versus working in a 9-to-5. You don't have a voice for real. You're just, you know what I'm saying, invisible. And it's like, it's so freaking amazing. And the fact that we get to wake up and like have these same opportunities that we see these same people doing it is crazy. You know, so it's like, That's what we really getting into. Like, that's what we really getting into. That's what we really focusing on. Like, whichever one we want. If y'all want to freaking work a 9 to 5 and have a business on the side, anything. But I'm telling you, you need to get your own. Because even the benefits of being a freaking business owner, this whole corporation was built in benefit of business owners. Okay, the poor people get poor and the richer get richer. Like, the freaking... it's just everything, like, everything that we have going on. It's just like, we get to sit back and see everything that's going on and pick where we want to go. You know what I'm saying? Just like what class we want to go to. We got the option. You know, we got the option. So lock in on that, y'all. Like, it's so freaking amazing. Don't let none of this stuff stress you out on top of that. Some people may say, it's the new 9 to 5, and that could be a bad thing. But understand that you are being created. Okay? You were created, and now you are creating other things that are on this earth. So nothing is really right. Nothing is really wrong. Nothing is really the wrong or the right thing for you to do as far as your business or whatever. It could be any type of business. As long as you are creating, every single day you are creating. And so make your life freaking worth it. Like, make your time and energy worth it. Not to say make your life worth it, but like but I mean, like, make memories that you would enjoy thinking back on and being like, yeah, I did that. I was so proud of myself. I'm so thankful that I put myself in this situation where I want to be. You know, whether even if that is you working in a 9 to 5, having a Roth IRA, making sure that your car paid off, making sure that you ain't got to pay no car note, you just got to pay the insurance, or making sure you just got your car bill paid, or at least putting $50 towards your safe. Anything. Make sure you put the hammer to the nail and you don't come up off of that, okay? Because it's a lot going on. Like, we got the freaking, like, right now, we all know it, we all feel it. We're living in such a revolutionary time. Like, the times that we living in, the things that we doing, ain't nobody never heard of none of this stuff, y'all. And we're just living in it and witnessing it. And we already know, in order for us to get on that side of the world, we got to stop being just consumers and be creators. Be what we really are. We are creators. We're creating our life. All we got to do is freaking show other people on top of it, us living our life. And it's just so many rewards that come with that, you know? So it's just a matter of, it's really just a matter of being you. You know, like, when people say you get the most when you're not stressing, bro, that junk is true. Because the easier you make stuff, the more you're just being yourself and you're not really stressed about nothing too much, the more rewards that you get. And why is that? Because we have everything that we need. Like, we're literally just creators. We're creating every day, whether we're creating in front of somebody or not. We're creating, you know, we're playing a part into this whole simulation as one another. And it's just like everybody, you know, everybody's just really doing what they want to do, got the free will. Like, bro, we got free will to see. We can talk, we can hear. Like, I can get my freaking camera, record a video and post it. I got hundreds of people being able to watch this video. If y'all want to tell me something, y'all can just scroll down and type it and let me know what you got to say about what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, it's so many opportunities that we got out here, and it's like, it's no way for us to feel like we can't be heard no more. We can't be heard, or we can't do what we want to do, because we can. We literally can. We can do anything we put our mind to, okay? And it's like, whether content creation is your new 9 to 5, whether it's not, whether you want to do content creation or whether you want to stay in your 9 to 5, either way, you are a creator. You are a creator, and you just steady creating every single day. Some people make it seem like they creating and make it count. Other people just act like they not creating, but they just wasted a create, because they are still creating. And it's like, ask yourself, who do I want to create? Who do I want to create? Like, forget what everybody else doing. Forget what they doing over here. Forget what they doing over there. Who do I want to create? Because this is my life and I'm creating it. This is my reality and I'm creating it. This is my world and I'm creating it. So whether you're doing any type of 9-to-5 or content creation, create anything you want to create. If you want to be the best person at your 9-to-5 with a good energy, it's people like that. Oh my God, y'all know those people that, like, when you go get some food, they've been working there for so many years, but every time you see them, they got a smile on their face. They helping other people better their day. They letting people know, like, hey, like, oh yeah, like, you look good today, like, have a good day today. Like, they helping you. And it's like, they are intentionally creating. They're intentionally creating because what's their motive? To help other people get a good day, to show up, to be consistent, to let people know, hey, you can do this, you can do that. That's them creating. And so create whatever you want to create. Do whatever you want to do, and don't let nobody hold you back. Like, don't let nobody hold you down. Like, don't let nobody words get to you. None of that. Lock in so much on what you doing that it's like you like freaking Picasso. Like, you looking at your paint, you just like painting at what you painting at. Yeah, you can see everybody else stuff, but you not gonna rip down your paint and try to create something else, because it's like, your paint is your paint. What's yours is yours. You are a creator. You're creating for you. So create, okay? Like, I'm gonna see y'all in the next video, because I'm creating this just as well as y'all. We all are creation and we all create. So do whichever one that feels best for you and lock in, okay?